Hello dear viewer, I'm leesusss and welcome back to Car Mechanics Simulator 2018. Now, my place is looking pretty bare and we could do some more basic jobs, but stuff that for a game of soldiers. We're going to go and do the fun bits of actually going to buy some cars. Now, yeah, you be quiet, phone. I can hear you over there. We don't care about you anymore. But you might be wondering to yourself, well, Mush, where can you actually get these cars from? Well, I'll show you. Over here, well, there's a few things I haven't tried yet, actually, because I can't do it yet. One is the Junkyard. I haven't actually tried going there yet. We can do that another time, maybe. And the car auction, which I'm not allowed to go to yet, as far as I haven't even tried the Junkyard. What's the abandoned airport for? Probably racing around, I'd imagine. Barns are the way to do it. So I'll have to try a Junkyard at some point to see what I can get from there. But from the barn, you can get barn unlocks from a few different places. So we look at our inventory. Let's change it around based upon condition. That's usually the best way to find it. What we have in here are maps to barn locations. And where do they come from? Well, I'll try and show you if I can. I can't see one here. I've got loads of maps, see? Dozens of the bloody things. They get different colours? No hint about them? No, you can get crates from doing jobs. And I can't see any here. I haven't been gifted any more crates in here. But crates open up and they give you... They're not actually loot crates, don't get worried about that. They are crates that are kind of rewards, free rewards for doing certain jobs. I don't know how you get them, you just get them at certain points. And inside those crates you'll get things like higher quality items. You'll get like... Maybe... Oh, the dog's sneaking in. Hello, doggy. Are you coming in, my bubba? Are you coming in? He's looking at me through the door. I can see the shadow of his tail wagging. Are you coming in here or not? Are you going to brave the room? It's just the office. What's the problem? Who knows? He's gone again. Very nutcase. So in every crate you'll get maybe 3 items. And occasionally you'll get a map as well. If you go to a map like this, you can add it to your map. Let's add a couple. Now the first time... The game does not do a good job of explaining itself. It just sort of assumes you know what you're doing. There you go, we've got more barns open up here. Now, what I don't know... So, when I first played the game, I wasn't sure what the barns meant. I just went there because I thought this map was interesting. I thought, let's kind of have a little look around on what's going on. And the first time I went there, there was a couple of cars in there, but I couldn't afford them. And the next time I went back there, and I had lots of money on me, like 40k, and then I couldn't hardly buy 2 of the cars. I bought this one and one other and spent almost all of my money. And the story I told before about having almost no money left and doing a couple of desperate last jobs, that's because I bought this car and one other. I didn't realise how rare some of these cars were. Okay, this is a moderately rare car. A lot of the ones you get there are kind of junky. They're not really worth much money. So you don't know what you're going to get every time you go to a barn. This is kind of this one here. And we'll find out what we get there. But it's kind of hard to tell what's a good car and what isn't. So I've actually sold a really good car without realising it was a good car, which annoyed me. But I might have a better idea this time. Oh, why is it so loud? Game? Oh, this isn't good. Okay, it's opened up. Why is this barn so noisy? Are there people outside? I don't know why. Anyway. We have no idea. This is not the sort of sound effect for a barn. Okay, we've got 2 cars. We have... Don't bother doing that, me. What are you doing? That. We just grab and buy the car. We can overview the car. Now, I've never really found much information from the car because you can't really tell very much. I think there are perks you can pick up to tell you how good the car is from the start. But the only way I can tell so far is to see how much the car is. A Salem Spectre fastback. It's buying it for 17k, which doesn't seem very much, and I can't tell the quality of any of these parts. I don't know how to do this. We have to buy the damn thing and find out. So we're going to buy it. This does not seem like much money, so I suspect this is not a particularly valuable car. Let's tell some basic things about the global parts condition. Interior's good. It's does not actually terrible condition. It's not terrible, but there we go. Yeah, sure, we've got loads of money, we'll do that. We'll put it in the garage, have a look at it later. We've got one more over here. What is this thing? This is a... Again, I can't tell damn all about this car. It's about the same sort of condition. This is a Chieftain Bandit. That's quite a bit more. This might be a slightly better car, but again, I don't know. It looks a bit like a Pontiac to me. Like a Pontiac Trans Am? No idea, but there we go. We'll put that in the garage as well. There we go. I've got some spare parking outside. And then the only thing you can do here is you can search through all the bits here and see all the crap that's in there. Obviously, we've got one good tyre and a bunch of quite crappy stuff in there as well. But I collect them anyway. I'm mostly saving them for the point when my repair skill gets really high. And then I'm going to repair all these things and use them. Ah, there's a case. There you go. So that'll have some stuff in it. Some randomised stuff in it. There's not really a lot of junk in here. Some of the garages, you get a lot of junk in them. A lot of junk in your trunk. But these ones, not very much. But there we go. They're all variable. We don't know how good they're going to be. Have I searched them already? That was it. Not a great barn. Why you Americans store old cars in barns like this? I have no idea anyway. So what we do now is we leave the garage and they ask us to buy the parts that we want to buy. $800, it's nothing. Let's just go. There we go, we've got it. As far as that goes. And then we come back. We'll have a look at these cars we've got. That's it, that's one way to get the cars. The auction sounds far more interesting, but I haven't unlocked it yet. But we might take a quick pop to the junkyard, just because I've never done that before, and see what's there. But I've got a lack of storage space, is part of the problem. Anyway, what I'll do is I'll show you outside. So here you go. Doesn't look that bad, does it? It's got a good body. Oh, the engine's a bit shagged. There's bits missing as well. See, the cap's missing. And we've got a whole door missing off of here, but it doesn't look terrible. This one's similar. This is supposed to be a Pontiac, isn't it? It's supposed to be a Pontiac Trans Am. And again, it doesn't look the worst. So if we go out here, we'll go over this way. We'll go the way we're supposed to go, which is just out through here. Out to our parking garage. Oh, we've got quite a lot of space, actually, outside. We do have another car out here, which is kind of shagged. It's really quite a knackered car. This is one I bought earlier just to do up slightly. And we'll try and decide which one we're going to do. I don't think we'll do one of the ones we've got in the garage already. Here. Look at the sorry state of this piece of junk. Terrible, isn't it? Not even a particularly good looking car. So, yeah, it's kind of a junker. But I'll do it up at some point. It's fine. You know, it's probably okay. I used to enjoy that with the Tank Mechanic Simulator. I would go and I would... I'd get really cheap... You know, really cheap, completely junked tanks that were dumped on our junkyard and do them up into fully fledged, you know, spick and span brand new tanks. But there we go. Right, so before we go and do these, we choose one of these to do. Let's go and see the junkyard, because we've got quite a lot of storage outside. Yeah, sure. I've never been here. I'll always find out what's here. I imagine they're really wrecked cars. It's pretty what's here. But I don't know. Exciting. Maybe it's only parts here. Maybe they really are completely junked. Oh. Oh, I like this. This has got the car. This has got the Tank Mechanic Simulator feel to it. Yeah, this also makes me want to do... Oh, I can search this junk. Search this junk. There you go. Loads of parts. Look at this. We'll buy all these. I'm a bit of a hog, really. I don't need to do that. I'm just being a loot whore. I don't need to search all this because this is terrible. Why am I taking all this stuff? I can't help myself. Someone stop me. Anyway. I kind of want to get the van. There's a couple of DLCs for this. And one of them is the... that's a mail truck. I want to do that up. There's a van and caravan one you can get. I mean, look at the state of this. Bolt Atlanta Supercharged. I don't know if this is a good car or not. Sure. Put it in the car parking. I don't know. I'll look at it later. Scrap of metal. Yeah, seriously. Oh, I like the junkyard. Oh, I like it a lot. Look at this crap I'm collecting. It's just terrible. What have we got here? No, I can't do too many. It's just too much. What's this? This is another one? Another Bolt Atlanta Supercharged. So this is interesting. So that's quite a lot of money for such a terrible car. I just want to collect all these things now and just do them all up. But you know, ow. Oh, I like the Junkyard. But this is like a modern car, isn't it? I look like a newer car. Category customers don't. No, I don't want a modern car. I want the old ones. I want the old junky ones. Yeah, look at this. Look at this garbage around here. Another one? F-mill. I think I've seen this before. No? Or is that actually a rare car? This, I've got a feeling this might be the one that I... How much is it for? I can't help myself. I've got to do it. There we go. What am I doing? This is rubbish. These are just rubbish. That's like an old Beamer. Look at that. What's this? I can't buy this, can I? No. I wonder if these unlock when I get the DLC. These are like they're available, but I can't get them now. Look at this. This one's not a great car either, by the way. This one is... I've done one of these before. No. No! Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it, you. You've got to control yourself. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you, man? These are rubbish. Again, I don't know anything about cars. I don't know what's rare and what isn't. You know? No, these are all modern to me. I don't want a modern car. I want the old ones. Aren't they the best ones? Aren't the best ones always the old ones? That's what I tell myself when I look in the mirror every day. So, shed a tear for me. Okay, we'll do... What we're going to do, we'll do a couple more junk runs. Oh, that feels good. Oh, gives me a tingle. Gives me a tingle in my special places, that does. Yeah, that's not really... It's just daft, isn't it, really doing all this, but... We'll do one more. And then we'll call it quits, and we'll try and find a car that's actually worth doing up. I'm sorry, I'm flicking the camera around too fast. I really want to know if I can do these vans now. I don't know. Do I enjoy this game enough to buy all the DLC? How much am I spending here? It's only 1,800 quid. It's fine. Oh, I'm just a stupid man. What am I doing? This is why I should be never allowed anything like junkyards or auctions in real life. Because I would just pick stuff up. Not cars, but I would pick stuff up that I think I could do that up. And I probably can't. But anyway, we'll start with the easy ones. Now you've witnessed my terrible shame. Which one of these do you reckon is better? I think I'm going to pick the Pontiac straight away, just because. That's supposed to be a Mustang, isn't it? I think of some sort, I guess. Just because when I was a kid, my uncle and aunt went to America. And I was very jealous because I was like 7 or 8 years old, and they hired a Pontiac Trans Am to drive around in because that's the sort of thing they would do. There were 4 of them. I can't believe a family of 4 would easily fit inside one of these bloody cars. But anyway, that's what they got, and I was always kind of envious of one, and I had a model of one. They got me a model to bring back, and yeah, I think I need to do this up. And again, I'm only doing it up to a certain degree, aren't I? Because I can't do the paint job or anything else on it because I haven't got that thing locked up. But we're going to do that. How much is it worth again? It's worth 27,000. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should do a cheap junker. Let's do this one instead. Yeah. Yeah, I'll do this one instead, just because I might want to do that up properly and sell it off. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. You know that. I'm just clueless. Let's do this. Let's look at the status of the car. Right. First of all, we're going to have a problem with a few things, which is that we can't do easy examinations because this thing's too old to have an OBD. Onboard doodah. Compression, the engine's missing half its parts, so we can't do a compression test. We can probably do electronics test, it's about the only thing we can do. You can see how rusty some of the bits and things in are. Randomly spin. That's what I'd have to do, randomly spin the dial, because I have no idea what I'm doing. Okay. The battery and stuff isn't actually that bad. And then we can do a fuel pressure test, which is terrible. Because it's quite obvious to tell that, but you know, whatever. Everything's knackered. Right, okay, as expected. So what's the aim here? What's the ultimate goal here? Well, we're going to build this car back up again to will I go to orange parts or to yellow only? I think I will put... Nothing's going to be red in here. And maybe nothing will be orange in here in terms of quality. But we'll have to see from there. Yeah, we'll see how far we get through, because whether it's worth it or not. First thing, though, is we need to finish the engine off. Because otherwise we can't check how bad everything is. One of the key things to understand from this is how knackered the engine block is. Because that's what will tell us how much work we have to do with some of this. It's an air cover. It's the 2 carb one. There we go. So we'll see what is actually missing from the car. Again, it doesn't really matter what we put on here. We just need to get the engine complete enough to do a test on it. Ignition coil B, I've got one of those. I've got the spare parts for this kind of stuff. We're missing exhaust manifold. I've got one of those. A very old knackered one. Doesn't matter again. Does not matter. What else is missing? Starter. That's from lifter V8 and oil pan V8 OH as well. Right, we need to get you, dear thing, on the... now, come on, me. Get it right. Normal mode. Beast mode. Move it on to the lifter. People ringing in to have their cars repaired and everything else. I don't care. I'm busy having fun with stuff. You lot can all take a running jump, quite frankly. Yeah, so V8, it was a V8 one, and it's a V8 engine. It's a is it a twin car V8? I think it is. Listen to me like I think I know what I'm talking about, eh? Yeah, let's put that on for now, doesn't really matter. I'd put the cheap one on probably. There are some okay parts on here though, I can see that there are. Have I got a starter V8? No. Oil filter I have. That should be enough. If I get a starter V8, we're probably about there, but maybe we'll be missing oil though. We haven't got any oil in the engine because obviously the oil pan was off. Starter V8, there we go. And again, I'm not intending to sell this car as like, you know, a perfect item. Do it up enough that someone it can be their baby, that they can just do a moderate amount of work to get it to work. Right, we can now throw the oil back in here again. Oil doesn't seem to cost anything, so it doesn't matter if you empty and refill the oil a number of times. We buy it by the gallon, literally. That'll do. Don't very special. What am I doing? Give me the tools. Give me tools. Compression tester. What's missing? Tell me, car, what's missing? Distributors on there. Oh, I know what it might be. I know what it might be. There's a very silly part on here that's sometimes missing. It's these little clips. Gotcha. I bloody well knew it. All they do is they hold on the distributor cap, and it's not uncommon for them to be missing, and they're so tiny that it's hard to know when they're missing or not. There we go. Told you, just that bloody thing there. Okay, how knackered is it all? So the question is, do I replace the pistons on this? That's the question, because they're orange. Certainly I've got to take the engine block out. Yeah, which usually means the starter and the gearbox, isn't it? That's usually what's needed for that. Yeah, you got to take the drive shaft off first. So I learn it as I go. Starting to learn it. This is all familiar. This is not dissimilar, is it, to the last car we did for that story job. Actually a V8 engine, but some things are comparable. I might just take the exhaust off as well. I don't know. We'll find out if we can lift it out of here. No, 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 I've got to take the foot. Oh, sorry. Take the oil out first. I don't want that. Even though it's fairly clean oil, I don't want that gushing all over my nice concrete painted floor. Goodness no. There we go. Glug, glug, glug. You, get out of here. Then we'll see if we can get this damn engine out. Move that under B. You coming out? Bloody gearbox. Knew it. I said I'd take the gearbox. Did I do it? No. Of course I can't. Why would I do something as sensible as that? Gives the pneumatics plenty of work on my car, on my lifter. Be quiet, phone. Need a secretary to answer this. Just tell me to go away. Right, there we go. Engine's out. Load engine onto there. You know what I didn't look at? What is the state of the... Ah, crap. Yeah, okay. Bright red. So the engine block is knackered. Technical term again. So this one we've got to strip it down again is what we need to do. Right, and it is again, remember, we've got to check. It is it's a 2-carb OHV, V8 2-carb OHV. I've built those before, that's not too bad. I might even have an engine block that's not in terrible state that I can use. But we'll have to come to that. First of all though, let's take this bad boy apart. So this is where things start to get painful on these old engines, okay? Because there's a number of key parts to take apart yet. Got to take these rocker arms off. And it's the process of it doing it that you have to zoom in on the item and then take the bolt out. Zoom in on the item, take the bolt out. And then you have all these valve push rods to come out as well. And you've got to do all of this twice, 16 times, because it's a double OHV, yeah? Okay, now we've done that. No. Luckily you're allowed to rotate this, like this. Take the oil pan back off again. So now, we've not done yet. That was, you can see how much slower this is than the previous engine we were working on. All I know is now I've got to get all these damn brackets out for the cranks. Although, I do particularly love one thing about these cars, which is it's the way the double cam alignment, how they both connect to the same terminology wrong. I'm sorry. If you know anything about cars, I apologise for my nonsense. The way that the two rows of pistons join together to the same crank. I do kind of love that, the way that works. I can see it in my mind's eye, it working away. The power of the double pistons. Pistons out. Done it in an orderly manner, so they're coming out unevenly, but that's fine. And then the second I will go and see, I will go and rummage in my big box of bits to see if I've got another, to see if I have another engine block lying around. I think that's it. I think we have stripped it nude. It's a nude block. Looks like I only have the one V8 OHV, which is that one there, I think. It's a V8 2 carb OHV. It's that one there, isn't it? That's what I need. Yeah, it's that one. Dog, can you not, please? I don't have a good one, so we're going to have to buy one. How much money have we got? We've got plenty of money, actually. I also have too many. The game has warned me that I've got too many things in my inventory because I went mad at the thing, didn't I? Let's do block instead. So I'm gonna, my computer's gonna struggle to do some of these things. It's this one, isn't it? I think it's that. Again, it's like the tyres and the things. I double and I triple check. I still sometimes make the mistake. But I want to be absolutely careful that I'm getting the right one, so I feel less stupid when I feel more stupid when I get it wrong. V8 2 Carbo HV. Oh, thank goodness I got the right one. Okay, it wouldn't have been terrible again if I got the wrong one, because this is a very common engine that I'm doing things with, but there you go. So now we go back to the old process of slowly piecing things back together. I'm still undecided slightly about the condition of the car I'm going to build. If I'm okay with orange or not. I don't know. I think for this one I'll do it. I'll do orange quality on some of these things. As long as it's not, you know, really bad. I'll use yellow for preference. I mean, it feels like a bit of a silly thing to do. I mean, is it really worth it? If you're doing that lower quality, I guess the car's just not broken, isn't it? It'll be quicker. It'll be, for the purposes of me making this video, it'll be quicker if I don't go as far as being that silly, yeah? And we'll see what sort of value the car comes out at the end. I think it was telling me 20k before. And this will also help me to use up some of my spare crappy parts that I have in here, of which there are so many. brand new ones came from. I think I must have accidentally bought them somewhere else for a previous thing. Okay, we need 2 of the manifolds. Again, occasional buying of parts that are not needed. It's very enjoyable though to have you know, older parts that you can just pull out of the drawer and strap them onto these vehicles to remake them. It's very satisfying. I'm not having that alternator, mate. That's my good one. That's my next precious build.